So you had unprotected intercourse and now you are seeing drops of blood and you are smiling thinking, oh, thank God my period finally came. Aww. But what if I told you that what you are seeing might actually be implantation bleeding and not your period? Funny how some of you don't even know that there is something called implantation bleeding. But then let me gist you. When a man releases sperm during intercourse, one of those sperm meets with your egg and then fertilization happens. But that's not the end of the story. That tiny fertilized egg has to travel down into your womb to look for a soft spot to settle. And when it finally plants or attaches itself into the walls of your womb, it can cause a little scratch. And that little scratch can result to light bleeding, which is what we call implantation bleeding. Now, here is where the wahala starts. Many women confuse it with their period, which is why sometimes you hear a pregnant woman saying, I still see my period even though I'm pregnant. But the truth is, you cannot menstruate while pregnant. So what you're actually experiencing could be implantation bleeding or other light pregnancy-related spotting, and not your real period. Implantation bleeding and menstruation are two completely different things. There are 5 ways through which you can differentiate them. Number 1, timing. Implantation bleeding usually shows up 6 to 12 days after your ovulation, often a week before your expected period. 2, flow. Implantation bleeding is very light. Sometimes you may notice a stain on your underwear or only when you wipe, unlike menstrual flow that starts light but gets heavier before reducing again. 3, color. Implantation bleeding is usually pinkish or brownish in color, but period blood is typical fresh red or dark red. 4, duration. Implantation bleeding only lasts for a few hours or 1 to 2 days maximum, but period lasts for 3 to 7 days. 5, other signs. With implantation, you might also notice early pregnancy changes, like mild cramps, unusual tiredness or sore breasts. But with your period, you get more obvious cramps, back pain and mood changes. Now, don't panic. Implantation bleeding is not harmful, but here is the warning. If the bleeding is heavy like your normal period or it comes with severe pain, please don't just assume it's implantation. It could be a sign of miscarriage or other issues, and you need to see a doctor ASAP. Also, not every woman experiences implantation bleeding, and that's perfectly fine. And if you learned something new today, why not share this video so others can learn?